So I've been visiting the Sunshine Coast for years, and I always come back, primarily because of this one thing, Skookumchuck. Skookumchuck, the direct translation is strong water, and it's a natural phenomenon where there's this huge tidal rapid that forms every time the tide shifts. So the tide current goes 2 different directions twice a day, and there's always a max flood, which is when the wave forms. And so we were there during a maximum tidal event where the Skookumchuck wave will form and form this giant standing wave. The standing wave on this trip got all the way up to 17 knots, which is huge. This makes for a dream come true for someone who loves to surf a paddleboard like myself. So the wave is just now starting to form, and this is a level where it's nothing but fun. Like, go surfing with your friends. The wave is nice and small. Downstream, the boils and eddy lines and whirlpools aren't very big at all. So it's great to go out there and just surf, have fun, laugh, and enjoy the build of Skookumchuck until it gets really big.
What's also really terrifying is, for me, the whitewater below. So it's not a beginner-friendly location once it gets up there.
But once you come off the wave, there's these monster crashing waves just after, and then the entire flow of the current goes into the Bay of Seashell, and it creates these giant whirlpools. And if you hit the whirlpools at the wrong time, which I actually did on one of my surfs, and it pulled me down for 10, 15 seconds, maybe 20 seconds. I can't really remember, but I remember holding onto my board for dear life thinking, this is the best personal flotation device I'm gonna have, so I better hold on tight. Well, that was like the worst swim I've ever had. Yeah, it was a board twisting. So I was holding on for dear life. I was actually grabbing my foot strap, and the metal on my foot strap was cutting into my hand, so I have a few cuts on my hand here and here because I was not gonna let go of that foot strap no matter what. And I just remember thinking about that moment and thinking about the importance of having the right gear, having a leash on my board, having 2 PFDs on, which I had this armor PFD and another PFD on top. It was an experience to remember, and it's gonna make me like carefully check every little piece of gear every time I go surfing at Skookumchuck.